So we're just going to go straight away, alright?
Just go into it.
Just get you to give a little quick introduction to yourself.
Well, hi Kat, my name's Dan. I play in a band called Renounced from the UK.
And how long have you guys been together?
Renounced has been together now for just over 2 years, I think, yeah.
You played in bands previous to Renounced, right?
I have when I was really young, but nothing serious. Renounced is like my first dead serious band, I'd say.
What sort of things are you talking about on the new Renounced record?
You want me to get deep straight away? As a lot of people in hardcore and hardcore bands, I use it to express my social, ethical, and moral ideals on the world around me. When we recorded the demo, Condition from Birth, I was in a really bad place, mentally, spiritually, I suppose. I didn't really have anywhere to run, or I needed to express myself, so I wrote an EP basically, and I just wanted to form a band to express myself. I write about depression or whatever affects me, the world around me and how it affects me. I just write as sincerely as possible.
Do you listen to a lot of different bands that you feel give that sort of message across?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. All genres of hardcore as well. Anything with a strong political message or anything which is just really sincere, I'm into it. Usually the angrier the better.
So what does hardcore mean to you?
What does hardcore mean to me? It means a lot to me because it's one of the only places I feel I have slightly belonged, which is strange because I guess I don't feel like I belong anywhere, which sounds really lame, but it's kind of true. And it's pretty much the only place I found where I felt like comfortable, which I guess is a nice thing. So hardcore means a massive amount to me.
I've asked a few different people this question, but what was the first ever thing that you got into musically, the first ever thing you heard, and you thought, music is what I want to do, you know, this is who I want to be?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I guess I got into hardcore through skate videos, listening to stuff like Lyrical or 15, or even like, I guess, trying to think of the first really heavy band I heard, which I was like, wow. If you want to talk about hardcore, I didn't get into hardcore till I was 15 years old, and my friend brought round a Hellfest DVD.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "You've got to check this out." And I was like, "Fine." And the first thing I saw was "The Saddest Day" by Converge.
Oh, nice.
And I was literally just like, "This is mental." Like, I'd never seen anything like it. And then I saw like the video after that. I can't remember which Hellfest DVD it is, but it's got Bane, "Count Me Out," and like the whole crowd just gets on the stage, and like the atmosphere is just crazy. And that was it. From then on, I was like, why are these kids jumping off this stage? Like, this is wild. And since that day, I was in. Yeah.
Your musical direction, where do you think that fits in with the UK at the moment? Because obviously there's a lot of stuff going on, and UK is a huge place for music.
If you're going to talk about Renounced specifically, Renounced play like early 2000 metalcore, hardcore, in the vein of like Turmoil, Poison the Well, Converge, Martyr AD. I'll be brutally honest, I don't think there's any band in the UK that sound like us right now. I hope that doesn't come across as pretentious or anything, but I honestly feel like Renounced are doing something which no other band is currently doing. Although there is currently a new wave of metalcore, which is actually pretty cool. There's some pretty cool bands coming out. The woodwork right now, Blistered from America, Axis. There's some good bands coming out of it. So, but like UK-wise, I don't know. I don't think there's any band doing what we're doing right now.
And you don't think that limits you with playing gigs? You normally you stick in with the sort of the hardcore bands, but you would feel like...
Yeah, we play as much variety of shows as possible. We all love screamo, so we play with screamo bands a lot. Yeah, we play anything, man. We just love playing shows. It's our whole band's outlet. Like, we're dedicated to this band. It just means a lot to us. So we just play whatever, really.
Band members, they all come from different places, right? So they're not all like set in one town.
Yeah. So 2 of us are from London, and 3 of us are from Reading. Our drummer's from Reading, and our other guitarist, Daniel Rayner's from Reading, and then Sam Knight. You guys might know Sam Knight from the band Abolition. Great band, check them out if you don't know who they are. He lives in London.
But that doesn't limit you in any way with like practicing and stuff like that?
No, we're actually really lucky. We practice at our drummer's house. And we also, because we're trying to keep it as DIY as possible, we also record all our stuff at his house as well.
I guess it's not so much a problem with DIY music or on a certain level, but how do you feel about it in a mainstream way that people are getting censored?
I guess music is censored because people are very ignorant to it. They don't really know that how real it is and how it can actually really help people. Even if music's like really depressive and negative, there is a real positive thing that comes from really angry and aggressive music. I guess the mainstream media censors stuff just because it sells better, doesn't it? It just sells to the masses. Like that, you'd rather listen to a pop song than Pig Destroyer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd rather listen to Katy Perry than Pig Destroyer. Imagine driving to work and Pig Destroyer comes on the radio. I don't know. I guess that's capitalism. If you want to get real serious about it, it's just capitalism for you. They have to censor stuff so it sells to a higher demographic. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's perfect.
I just made some really good friends from hardcore, and hardcore is DIY. Like, you have to keep it as DIY as possible because it's linked to punk, and punk is DIY.
Are you straight edge?
Am I straight edge? I've never actually claimed edge, but I guess you could say I've been straight edge for about 9 years, but I wouldn't. The reason I don't claim edge is because I don't like labels at all. Labels free me out. I feel like I'm being controlled by labels, so I've never really claimed edge or anything like that. I just live my life as free as I can, I guess. And yeah, a load of my friends are straight edge, and I don't drink for the same reasons. Like I think alcohol industry doesn't give a shit if people live or die, basically.
What do you think makes Renounced that heavy kind of hardcore but manages to cross over with other people?
There's something about the specific style of music that Renounced write that just speaks to me more than any other genre of hardcore. Like there's something about a good Discord breakdown that will make me just wild out. I find breakdowns get really boring really quick, but we try and write breakdowns which are really well written and have a lot of impact on the song, so we don't just write them for no reason at all. I've urged people to start bands or start painting or do anything just to get yourself out of the cycle of modern life, because yeah, I don't think it's healthy. I think mankind's like being taken too far out of its purest form. I think we should be more at one with nature, and like, because we're just animals, and we should just try go back to nature a bit more. Yeah, bands to check out.
Yeah.
In the UK at the moment, there's loads of good bands in the UK. Check out the Flex, Violent Reaction, Guidance, In Tongues, anything that's come out on Carried Away Records. Check out anything Dean does. Yeah, from the US, check out Blistered, Axis, Drown. That'll do.
Nice one. Yeah, cool.
Oh god.
Cool. We're at the 20-minute limit, so
Yeah, cool.
I'm gonna.
Shit, I